Hello everyone, my name is Beckett and welcome back to the channel. So last time we were here, we were going over the recalibration station in Division 2. I showed you guys everything that you needed to know, everything that would help, pitfalls, traps, anything that could get in your way. You now know how to use that perfectly. But before we can even recalibrate one item, we need to start filling up our recalibration library. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that today. Same thing like we did with the recalibration station. I'm going to show you all the little tips, pitfalls, everything to avoid so you don't lose any great pieces of gear and you don't make any mistakes. But before we get started, if you like my content, you like the video, hit that like button. If you really like the content, hit that sub so you can see the new videos when they come out. Now that that's out of the way, we can explain to you what the recalibration library is. So basically, the recalibration library is an extension of the recalibration station. And if you don't know what the recalibration station is, we did a video yesterday. I'll leave a link somewhere up on top of the screen. You can click on it and you can get up to speed and then you can come back to this video. So basically what the library does is you can extract one single stat from any piece of gear, any weapon, can't do mods, and you can't do exotics. But basically, let's say I have an SMG, it's got a terrible roll, but it's got max crit hit chance. That's awesome. But I can't use that weapon, but I can take it to the library, I can extract that max roll, that god roll crit chance, and I can put it in my library. And a few days later, I'm farming, I get an SMG, it's perfect. But it's got 7% critical hit chance. And I'm like, oh, I'm screwed. I gotta dismantle this. No, you can actually take it to your recalibration station and you can recalibrate it with that crit chance. And it's not just a one-time use, and that's what's so great. You can use it over and over as many times as you need to. And this is actually a wonderful system compared to other looters. Like, the best thing I can compare this game to is Diablo 3 and its looting system, its gameplay, and other features. When you recalibrate something in Diablo 3, you get like 3 choices. It's just random choices all the time. So you never know what you're going to get, and you don't get to choose what you actually want. And in Division 2, you have that choice. So you can be like, I want crit chance on this, or I want this talent on this piece of gear. You just don't roll the dice and be like, oh, I hope that rolls up and I don't end up spending millions and millions of currency on this game, materials, all this stuff, and I just farm for all these materials for 4 hours and now it's useless. Now, before we head over to the bench and I show you how everything works, I want to give you guys just a few tips so you can avoid a couple pitfalls and expedite things. First off, if you're still in the leveling process, you can use the recalibration library and the recalibration station as long as you've unlocked Emma Richards, which you can unlock through the campus settlement missions. But never recalibrate anything while you're leveling. But you can extract different pieces from the recalibration library through the leveling process. Now, if you don't plan on buying Warlords of New York and you just want 0 to 30, that's awesome. You can start extracting stuff now and doing that. But if you're gonna play Warlords of New York and you want extract all that other stuff, you can't actually start extracting that stuff until level 31 to 40. So there's a special library from 31 to 40 and 0 to 30. It's pretty hard to get them mixed up, but just so you know, we'll be able to start extracting. So if you were saving all that stuff in your stash, don't wait till 31, and then we can start extracting and doing all that stuff. And the last thing I want to say, any gear you want to keep, you're on the fence, or you're just not sure about, mark your gear as favorite. And if you're not sure how to mark your gear on favorite, I will show you in game right now. So we're going to pull up, we'll just open up this. I'm going to right click, at least on PC. I don't know how console is, so you might just click on it and this will come up, but we're going to right click. As you can see, it says unmarked favorite. We're going to click unmarked. Maybe it's not going to let me. There we go. Okay, so I unmarked. Okay, so if I had a piece of gear I wanted to keep, I would just hit mark as favorite and then mark again as favorite, and you'll see a little star. The reason we want to do this, even if your gear is in your stash, you can extract the piece of it from your library. And it sucks, guys, because I did not know this. And when I first bought this game a few months ago, I I did that, and I'm like, "Where's this piece of gear? I want to try this out," because I was building a set, and I went to grab it, and I'm like, "It's gone." I'm like, "What's going on?" I'm like, I went for another piece. I'm like, "It's gone, it's gone." There was like 15 pieces gone, and I couldn't understand why I extracted so much from the library. It didn't really click in until I'm like, "Oh my God." So don't make that mistake. Mark your stuff as favorite. You know how to do it now, so it won't be a problem. So if it's any piece you want to keep, you have a large stash. We have like 300 pieces we can keep on. You can always make another character and put other pieces on there as a mule character. But that's a great thing to know. So do that so you don't lose any gear. Don't be like me. All right, now that we got that all the way, we're going to head over to the recalibration station. I'm going to show you guys the recalibration library. Before we do, let's grab the piece we are going to extract. And I found a great piece. I found a God Roll SMG, but of course it's the Thompson, the Tommy gun, and I cannot use it. But it's got 10% damage to target out of cover, which I've been waiting for forever. So I'm so excited. So we're going to unmark, and then we're just going to move to our inventory. And then we're going to head over. It's right next to the crafting station. So wherever there's a crafting station in the game, there'll be a recalibration station in the game. Sometimes they're the same little table, and sometimes they're not. Here, it's Emma. In Haven, it's just, I think it's just a table by itself. And there's also a new one in the Summit. Pretty much every 10 floors, you know, whenever there's that little safe house, you can recalibrate and stuff, do that. So we're just going to come over here, and we're going to hit recalibration library. And as you can see, if it's got a little green arrow, it means there's an item we can recalibrate. Now, when you're doing it in the beginning, you may want to choose like, oh, I want this item first. I want these talents, you know, whatever you're building for first, whatever you need to recalibrate first. What I did, I went and did all the backpack and all the chest talents first. I got all that, so I know I can recalibrate that. And then I started going through and doing attributes for the gear. What I was initially running a skill damage build, so I was doing skill haze, trying to get all that stuff, you know, just making sure I got all max. And it's actually really fun. I had really fun filling out this library, and I wish we could like do it every season. Maybe they just bring it up like a little bit, not so the power creep's not so huge, but just so we can do something like this, because I really had to enjoy, and I'm still enjoying it, but I'm kind of running out of stuff to extract, as you can see, which is a shame. So like I said, I would extract talents first, anything special stats, you know, like target out of cover, things like these, things you plan on putting into your build. I don't know what you're building, but if I was building weapon damage build, I'd make sure I had max weapon damage, max crit hit chance, crit hit damage, all those things, all the talents. If I was going to run glass cannon or any of these things, obliterate, I would try to extract those first. So now we open up this screen, and now we can extract. So we'll just go into here. You can extract anything, but you can only extract one item. And once you extract it, it's destroyed. We don't get any crafting materials. We don't get any money. We don't get nothing. We just get this in our library, but it's there permanent. So we only have to do it once. So all we're going to do is wherever it will be, and we'll just go improvements available. Make sure that's the one we want to do, especially if you're not marking things as favorite, or you just forgot. I would always make sure you double check it's something you do not want to extract, because once it's gone, and we're just going to hold the X, and boom, and it is in our library. And we can go through anything, and it'll be great. As you can see, I don't have instinct for that, so it's grayed out, but we can always go like there. And we can always see, like, look, there's rifles. It looks like I got something. I can get max headshot damage. Oh, no, but I don't want to get rid of Harmony. That would be a bad choice. See, that is why you mark favorite. I did not mark favorite on my Harmony, and I cannot do that. So once we got that, then we can head over and we can start recalibrating stuff. If I had an SMG, like I just picked up this one earlier, it's got strain, but I don't know what I'm going to add. I'm probably just going to max out the SMG damage, because strained is actually a decent talent on these slow RPM ones. So if I want to do that, but it looks like I've been recalibrating too much with the new patch, so I'm unable to do that. But basically, we'll be able to change that out. See? And whatever I have in my library, it will show up on the left. If it was a piece of gear, let's go If I want to recalibrate a piece of gear, let me find a high end because it'll give me more options. So I guess I've already recalibrated everything. Okay, so we can see here, I can't recalibrate that because it's a named item, but I'd be able to recalibrate any one of these, which I would probably do crit hit damage for that. And on the sacrifice, and as you can see, it will show up everything that's in my recalibration library and what percentage it is. On my chest, you can see everything's maxed out except the health, but I'll find more pieces and I'll finish out my recalibration library. I've been kind of going anal on that. I was more worried about getting gear for that than anything else. But that's all we got for today. So if you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like, hit that sub, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day. Bye.